At this time, I would like to have your attention for a very important announcement. Good evening, everyone. The Hall community is deeply saddened by the loss of Camden Siegel, a member of Hall's class of 2026 who passed away yesterday. Our thoughts and heartfelt condolences are with Camden's family, his friends, and all who loved him. As we gather tonight and the days ahead, we honor Camden's memory by caring for one another with compassion, patience, and understanding. The strength of our community has always been rooted in how we show up for each other, especially in moments of loss. Please join us now in a moment of silence to honor Camden and to hold his family and our Hall community in your thoughts. Thank you very much. And now welcome everybody to Veterans Memorial Skating Rink for this afternoon's CCC Semifinal game between the visitors from Avon and our own Hall-Conard team. And first of all, we'd like to congratulate both teams for having outstanding seasons, which qualified them for the game this afternoon. Now the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Avon. At center, number 10, Maya Pinelli. At one wing, number 22, Alexis Savage. At the other wing, number 24, Alana Paz. One defender, number 2, Chloe Harkins. The other defender, number 9, Maya Gauthier. And in goal for Avon, number 1, Isabella Pietrowski. Avon is coached by Steve Wall. He's assisted by Evelyn Strauss and Eric Pinelli. And now the starting lineup for Hall-Conard. At center, a senior captain, number 2, Tegan Cohey. At left wing, the junior, number 5, Paige Sweeney. At right wing, the junior, number
Welcome to Hockey Night on Wednesday night, where the Hall-Conard War Chiefs take on the Avon Nighthawks. This is a semifinal matchup between two teams that ended their season playing each other, where the War Chiefs were victorious 5-4. Conard will host the Nighthawks in this semifinal. Russ, we saw a very competitive game, especially in the third period, the last game versus these two teams. It was a 5-1 lead versus the War Chiefs. Avon came back to make it 5-4. It was tight and competitive. What's your thoughts for this evening?
Yeah, Hall-Conard 15-4-0, Avon 9-8-1. Hall is currently ranked number 6 and Avon number 11. I think it's all about energy conservation on the Hall-Conard side. Their bench is a little shorter than Avon. Conard's only playing 2 lines, and I think that got the best of them in the third period of the last game.
And the puck is dropped, won by Conard. Here comes Sweeney. She'll bring it in, brings it to the outside, tries the center, tipped away by Avon. Picked up by Finelli. She'll slap it over for Avon. Avon looks to hit the outlet. Sent out. Outlet pass. Now a potential 2-on-1, but it's slapped away by the War Chiefs. And Avon will regroup. Looking for the stretch pass over to Cohane, to Sweeney. Backs it into Cohane. She'll dump it up deep behind the cage. It'll rally through. Maddie Bean was tied up with a defender. Puck goes in, slapped off a Bean stick. Kept in by Fiona Campbell, who had a sensational game last game. 2 goals, and pretty much 3/4 of the game she was on the ice. Very integral player for the War Chiefs. Both teams trying to get it through the neutral zone. It's passed back deep. Fiona Campbell will pick it up. She looks for the outlet over to Sweeney. Picked up by the defenseman, Piper Rohrer, but it's slapped in by Streed from Avon, and it's slapped out. Avon sends it back to their D, over to Harkins. Harkins will throw it up over to Caitlin Oliver. Oliver brings it in, and a shot is blocked, never makes it to the net, and Fell racing after it as it comes out into the neutral zone. Back and forth in that neutral zone. War Chiefs still trying to keep it in their zone. Mia Longman giving chase. Here comes Conard now. Hall-Conard. Slapped up by number 21, Price Fell. And the first shot of the game by Avon, Alana Paz, is swept away by Hall-Conard's War Chief goalie, Avery Friday, who had a sensational game the other day. Outlet pass over to the War Chiefs, kept in by Avon. War Chiefs still struggling trying to get it out. Selstad battling on the boards. So 3-on-2 on the boards, 3-on-3. Gets in deep. Paige Fell will go after it. Circles. Sauce pass up. Tipped up by Avery Selstad. She'll tip it in. Now giving chase is Avon. They'll go D to D. Tegan Cohane try to pick it off, but Avon sends it deep. No icing on the play. And Paige Fell will go in after it. Sends it out to her outlet on the boards. Covered by Avon. Avon now sending in the numbers. Battle on the boards between Paige Fell, Maddie Bean. Avon now trying to get it out to their points. Not far enough. And the War Chiefs able to get it out to the red line, but can't get it deep enough. And they're held up in the neutral zone. And the War Chiefs struggling with possession currently when trying to get into their zone. Great play by Piper Rohrer, who was tied up and switched hands on her stick and played the stick behind her back to get it out of the zone. Both teams will corral it and regroup. Cohane battling up on the boards. Puck is set up the zone. Here comes Avon now, trying to send it. Can't get it there. Avon keeping it in. Goes into the slot. Hall-Conard sends it deep, but nobody giving chase as they make a semi-personnel changes. And a lot of back and forth from the neutral zone. Here comes Selstad, breaking it in deep. She's tied up a little bit, but she'll win that race back to the zone, looking for somebody. Nobody there, as Hall-Conard was on a change. Here comes Marin Karan trying to take a shot. centered up in the slot, and it's sauced up. Nobody can take control. Fiona Campbell has it now. Over to Selstad. She has it. Finds some space. Goes into the corner. Piper Rohrer will go off for a change. Avon has it. Back in Fort D behind the goal line. And battled by Mia Longman. Tries to get possession. Selstad's there, battling in front of the net, looking for a pass from Longman. Puck is loose. Grabbed by Avon. Sent up by Avon to the outlet. And Campbell does a great job waiting for her lines to get over the blue line. And then tries to send it in, but it's picked off. Fiona looking again. And almost picked off at the red line by Avon. A lot of action in the neutral zone. Here comes Alana Paz now. Goes in deep, skating with it. Puck handling, looking for somebody, looking for help. Skates it all the way around back to the blue line. Gets sent it over to the bumper. Grabbed by Conard. Hall-Conard, Maddie Bean. Sends it up, tries to send it up to Paige Sweeney. Can't get there. And Avon taking another short change. They don't run many lines. Mostly pretty much their first top two lines Avon runs. Hall-Conard, they crash into each other. And it gives up the puck. There's a turnover there. We have a little bit of a tilt. Most of the players are on one side of the ice. Avon looking for a player in the slot. Can't get it there. Paige Sweeney skating it out. Kicks it. Tries to get it in deep. She'll puck handle. Goes to the outside. She's held up a little bit by Avon. Tegan Cohane now battling on the boards. Right in front. Shot. Bean stopped by the defenseman. Bean was right there in the slot. And Avon sends it deep. And we'll have our first icing of the game. A lot of action, Russ, but we're mostly seeing it in the neutral zone. A lot of nerves in this right here.
Yeah, I just, we're throwing the puck away, not keeping possession, not skating off the puck right now. We need to support the puck better with the skaters that don't have it. Better support around the puck. I'm hoping to see a little more tape-to-tape passes and a little less throwing the puck away.
Avon wins the face-off draw. Gets it out. Potential 2-on-2 here. Skating hard is Avon. They got their speed line out there. Loose puck. Grabbed by Tegan. Just enough to get it out of there. Here comes Selstad. Gets it around the red line. And actually, Piotrowski has to play it with her stick a little bit. It's sent up. Kept in by Cohane. Goes into the corner. She's tripped up. Fans wanted a call on that one. But Chloe Harkins will circle around behind the net and get it up to her outlet. All over to Alana Paz, who tries to send it in deep, but goes off Piper Rohrer's skates. Avon will have to try and regroup. Another miscue by Avon, and it comes out to the neutral zone. Misplayed by Hall-Conard. Piper Rohrer going after it. She sends it up the boards, over to Selstad, who pokes it away, trying to get it to Cohane. Grabbed by Streed, who's got some speed. Now poked away by Cohane. And we're going to have an icing call on Avon as they just didn't get it over the red line, and a lot of slap hockey going back and forth, but advantage Hall-Conard as the face-off will be to the left of Piotrowski in the Hall-Conard offensive zone. Mia Longman take that draw, tries to get it back. Avon wins it. Swatted up the ice over to Avon. A one-on-one here. A lot of gap. And just poked away by Hall-Conard as Avon had a potential shooting opportunity there, but couldn't get it there. Maddie Bean trying to poke it in. It's centered into the slot, but goes wide to the right to the net. Avon corrals it, sends it out there. Hall-Conard underhooks. And Paige Fell will gather that puck, shoot it around over to the outlet. Not handled by Maddie Bean. Now some good moves by Paige Sweeney, but she's bumped off by Avon defense. Good play by Avon defense there to take away possession from Sweeney. And Hall-Conard and Avon trying to get something going as we're 8 minutes into this period, and a lot of the action's been in the neutral zone. Shot by Sweeney, blocked off the shin pads, off a pause, and now a feed over to Tegan Cohane, who takes a shot. Another block shot by Avon, and they'll rush up and dumped in by Chloe Harkins. Over to Alexis Savage, and she'll dump it in. Goes deep behind the net. Alana Paz now into the corner. Goes up top to Streed. Streed back to Harkins. Picked off by Cohane. She'll skate with it. Tries to send it out. Nice feed between the legs over to Selstad. Only to be tipped away by Avon. And Avon trying to come in. And another turnover there. So possession for both teams has been a struggle a little bit. Now a pick off. And then an inadvertent stick. Avon's tripped. And Cohane's going to go off on a tripping call. Avon pulls their goalie. A 6-on-5 advantage. They're up there. Hall-Conard trying to touch it. Down the street. Avon shoots it. Goes bangs off of Hall-Conard. Another block shot. Off to the side, Avon goes up top of the point to Sophia Platt. Platt goes deep into the bumper, now into the corner, sends it up top, back to Platt. Platt launches it, shot, saved by Piotrowski, by Avery Friday, and the ref will blow the whistle.
Really good puck movement there by Avon on that 6-on-5 advantage. Just really, really good, really solid. Tape-to-tape passes, move the puck well, move off the puck well. Hall-Conard's Hall-Conard a little sloppy right now with their passing, not hitting their sticks, really just overskating the puck. Just it's a little sloppy right now. Hopefully we clean it up a little bit.
A little flat-footed too. A little more energy on Avon. Battle in the corner. Piper Rohrer's tied up. She's trying to get it there out all alone. Still battling as Royer. Good battle by her. Avon able to keep it out. Now goes D to D. Avon, wrister, goes up high over the net. Avon's able to corral it. Picked up by Elizabeth Clark. And now it's sent out of the zone by Hall-Conard. Not much forecheck given, but here comes Mia Longman trying to get it out of there. A feed, and it's picked off, and a shot goes to the net. Nice shot by Paige Sweeney. She's had a lot of energy for Hall-Conard tonight, and she'll forecheck, trying to slow up Avon. She's able to do so. Holds her man up by herself, and Avon able to dish it off. Backhanded pass over to Maya Finelli, and Avon will take a change. Paige Sweeney still out there. Now a feed. Rister goes wide of the net. Avon trying to pick it up. Now loose puck. And backhanded, swatted out of there by Paige Sweeney. She's been out here killing that penalty, most of it herself. Hall-Conard on a change. Here they go. Fed is up. Piper Rohrer. Still 46 seconds left on the Avon power play. Conard sends it back deep to the Avon. Picked off. Avon's taken down. That Hall-Conard bench wanted a penalty. The stick was in the legs of Mia Karan. No penalty called there. Coach Cohane, he's got his hand up. But Hall-Conard able to send it deep. Avon hasn't been able to get much done in the second half of this power play, and she sends it. Picked up by Fioa Campbell, who sees Avery Selstad. 13 seconds left. Selstad loses it off her stick. Puck is cleared by Avon. Avon will take another change. And really wristed high by Fiona Campbell, and that'll do it for the penalty as it's deep in the Hall-Conard zone. And Avon will try and regroup. Selstad going after it to forecheck. Forces a pass behind the net over to Avon. Avon chips it up just past the defenseman. Hall-Conard has to regroup and get back on sides. Avon regrouping again off their stick. They give a feed to the outlet. And then the defenseman, or the centerman, Mia Finelli, will pick it up. She's got some speed. Dumped in by Tegan Cohane in the backhand. There goes Maddie Bean into the corner. She's held up. Little interference there. Good play by the defenseman from Avon to hold up Bean. Stop the forechecking. Piper Rohrer sends it to some space. Now a race. Here comes Bean. Bean has it. Crosses the blue line. Referee got in the way, but she sends it in deep. Good play by Paige Sweeney to get it in deep. And now it'll go all the way down to the Hall-Conard net and covered up by Avery Friday. And with 3:04 left in the first period, we'll have a face-off to the right of Avery Friday. Madison Hall will take the draw versus Tegan Cohane. Battle, now it's with their feet, still with their feet. Cohane finally able to get some possession, sends it down, and icing is the call, and we'll do it all over again.
Yeah, Hall-Conard doesn't seem to want to hold on to the puck too long. They're just panicking and just shooting the puck down the ice, having a hard time, like I said. A lot of turnovers. But, you know, what's interesting is a lot of zone time from Avon, but really no big threats, you know, as far as shots on goal. Hall-Conard doing a good job of keeping them in the outside of the paint.
Longman wins the draw, circles it around to Fiona Campbell, sends it up, and Campbell will send it on net. Played by Petrosky, and given chase was Longman, but we'll have a face-off now to the right of Piotrowski. And Mia Longman looks like she'll take the draw for Hall-Conard. Madison Hall takes the draw, won by Conard. Avery Salstead trying to set something up, tries to get it in front of the net. Nobody there. Puck is just tipped off of a Hall-Conard stick. And Hall-Conard able to keep it in, but it goes back and forth over the blue line. Mia Longman doing a great job tying up her man. Pass over to Salstead's over her stick on the sauce. And Fiona Campbell will go back and corral it. Goes to her D. Over to Paige Fell up to Avery Salstead. Salstead, smart play, finds some space so that her line can get a change. And Conard doing a good job on the forecheck, but still can't keep possession. Sweeney just tips it, but just too far away from her to get anything going. But great hustle on Sweeney's part. Now, back and forth in the neutral zone. Avon trying to get something going, but can't get more than generate 2 passes here. Here comes Hall-Conard, just pushing it deep. A backhand off her stick was Maddie Bean, pursued by Cohane. She's able to hold up for the Avon defenseman. Here comes Piper Rohr now. The top shot, floater, goes high and above. We've got 1 minute and 19 seconds left in the period. Avon trying to get something going. Again, a tilt on the side of the ice as the majority of players are all on one side. Not a lot of spacing. And Avon now breaking it out. Poke back away. Cohane has a movement. Goes backhand. Looking for a wrister. Shot. Goes wide. Just on the piece of the glove on Petrosky. But had a nice setup. Campbell goes over to Piper Royer and can't get it out of the zone. Picked up by Avon. Avon looking to center. Crazy angle shot by Avon. And Avery Friday had to make a stick save on that, even though it was an intense angle. Nice hard shot. One of the better opportunities, actually, for Avon. Here comes Finelli. And she brings it in. At the same time, Marin Coran is pulled down. Fans wanted a call there, but no call. 22 seconds left in the period. Comes out of the zone. Avon will regroup. Finelli slaps it in. They'll make a last-minute change, get some fresh legs out. Here comes Conard, Hall-Conard. Sauce pass over to Selstad. Can't keep it on her stick, though. And now it goes deep into the zone. And now it comes back out. And the War Chiefs will let this clock run out. And Piper Rohrer just sends it in. And we're done with the first period. 0-0 the score, with a lot of volleying back and forth between the neutral zone. Your thoughts on that first period, Russ?
Yeah, you know, both sides, you know, back and forth, but not a lot of quality offensive chances by either team. You know, both teams are having a little bit of trouble connecting on passes and receiving passes on their stick. A lot of turnovers on either side. You know, I feel like it's the game. Most of the game's been played between the tops of the circles. We'll see how it goes as time goes here and see what they can generate. Looking for Hall-Conard to work together a little better, get a little crisper on the passes, right on the tape, actually be able to make some plays happen and skate off the puck. Avon's a faster team than Hall right now. Not right now, altogether. They're a faster team. And Avon's got to use that speed to their advantage to take advantage of the Hall-Conard's defense. So plenty of time left in the game. Looking to see some more quality shots, a little more offensive challenges to either of these goalies. They really haven't been tested yet.
Avon's got a deep bench. You saw Avon coach, a lot of short shifts for those first two lines. Looks like he might be saving their legs for end of the game. We saw that in the last game that these two teams played, where it was a 5-1 game, and then in 5-4, Hall-Conard looked a little tired. They look a little flat-footed tonight, and hopefully they can put something together here in the second period as both teams are huddle up and doing some play management and seeing what type of systems they can run here and how to counteract the neutral zone volley. We have a doubleheader tonight, so stay tuned when the boys take on Rocky Hill, Cromwell. That's supposed to be a 7:20 game, contingent upon the timing of this game. The boys' game is a regular season game. And the War Chiefs tonight, CCC semifinals. Girls head back out in the ice. Fresh legs, let's see what they can do. Cohane will take that draw again versus Selena Strayed. Excuse me, Madison Hall. Hall has it, wins it. Sent up by Avon, tipped in, goes deep. Fiona Campbell looking to backhand it and floats it right in front, and a miss by Streed as that puck was right there into the slot. Paige Sweeney has it, tries the backhand pass, turns it over. Avon able to keep it in deep. Campbell sends it up to Sweeney. Referee gets in the way. Sweeney can't play it. Now up to the point. Redirect. Shot. Blast. Shot. Rebound. Rebound never made it to the net. Another shot in traffic. Never makes it to the net. Friday made the first initial save. Good opportunities. Avon making it in close. And here comes Tegan Cohane. She'll try and flip it up. Hits an Avon player. She's trying to battle. And they're playing her body and trying to push her off the puck. And they do. And Sweeney, being held down. She was tackled on that one. Sweeney gets up. Fans wanted a call on that one. If that wasn't ever obvious, I don't know what was. I mean, she was grabbed onto. Now a puck at the blue line. Getting physical as Longman's taken down at the blue line. Here comes Karan. Karan's circling. Back up to her defenseman. Defenseman sends it back in deep. Over to Longman, has it, tries to put it into the slot where Cohane was. Nobody there. Campbell keeps it in for Hall-Conard, but it doesn't get far enough. And Avon making a change. And it gets all the way far deep in the War Chiefs. Pass up over to Longman, trying to get it deep. She can't make the shot to get it down there. Grabbed by Karan. Karan has it. Now picked off by Avon. Alexis Savage has it. Forced to the outside by Campbell. Looking for it open. The top of the slot was Chloe Harkins, but couldn't get the shot off at all. Both teams struggling with quality shots. And Chloe Harkins hooking Marin Karan and gives her a little poke at the end. Karan now underhooks Chloe Harkins. We're getting a little physicality now on both teams. Remember, both these teams just played each other in a battle. Dumped in by Alexis Savage for Avon. Grabbed by Fiona Campbell. Here comes Campbell now. It's off to the races. She'll skate it out herself. Backhand, forehand, now skating it in. She goes to the outside, pulls back, looking for a shot. She does. Doesn't make it to the net. Goes wide. Cohane has it. Looking for somebody in front. Able to put it in front. And Piotrowski has to make it save, but nobody was there to redirect it. Good thinking by Cohane. It's now in the corner. Battle in the corner. Piper Rohrer tries to send it up. She's able to keep it in still, but not. It's poked away by Avon, and we're going to have icing. Russ, the physicality's picking up. We're looking some holding, some hooking. Nothing's called. Refs are letting them play. Something's got to give here.
Yeah, I mean, they're letting it play on both sides. Definitely a little bit of pushing and shoving, but it's hockey. A little rubbing. That's how it goes.
First line's out for the War Chief. Cohane will take that draw. Looking to pass it back. Avon wins the loose puck. Grabbed by Sophia Platt for Avon. She'll send it up the zone. Backhanded out to the outlook. And it's flipped up. Batted down by Sweeney. And Cohane tries to send it up over to Greta Krug, excuse me. Krug sends it over. Tried to get it to Sweeney. Couldn't get it there. And here comes Sweeney with it. She's double teamed, but still, now she's racing the outside. Nice defensive play by Maeve Walsh. Connor, here comes Kohane, looking to take a shot, and puts it in as Kohane went backhand, forehand, and took a shot that never left the ice, but deked enough Piotrowski to make a 1-0 game for the War Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't think the Avon goalie saw that at all. Just kind of coasted in on her side there. I don't think she saw it. She's a little screen. Puck came off. Some nice moves by Kohane there to make some stuff happen, and first real offensive chance ends in a goal.
Kind of a tough shot, too. Kohane was kind of going to the outside post when she was skating in from the inside, and that puck went to the inside post. So
always shooting the opposite direction you're skating. Always helps
Avon
it
comes
go
right
in,
back with
confuses
fire,
the
wins the
goalie.
face-off, sends it down.
Goal scored by number 2, Tegan Kohane, with an assist from number 5, Paige Sweeney.
Paige Sweeney
Number 6,
with a credit with the assist,
Krug.
and Greta Krug with the secondary assist. And Fiona Campbell misses it. Avon trying to get something going. She sends it over to Paige Fell. Fell's battle on the boards, grabbed by Avon. Selstad now going after it. Avon doing a great job. Now looking for somebody. Tipped, and just tipped wide. Turnover by War Chiefs there. Didn't help. Selstad trying to poke it out. Can't get it out far enough. Campbell trying to get it out of there. Takes a weird bounce off the board, so she has to circle in the other direction. And she'll just send it deep. And we're going to have icing call.
I don't understand why we just did that. I guess we needed a change. Maybe that was it, but we had possession of the puck and still had time.
That group had a hard time getting it out of the zone, maybe a little flat-footed, maybe a little tired. You get Kohane out there to take the draw versus Finelli. Captain versus captain. Finelli wins it. Shot by Avon. Goes wide as it was blocked by a Hall-Conard stick. Nice stretch pass. Shot goes wide by Avon. Now they're behind the net looking to feed somebody. Hall War Chiefs are collapsing on their own net. Can't get it there. Not a lot of foot movement. High in the slot. Avon takes a shot. Kohane trying to poke it out, but it's kept in by Avon once again. Hall War Chiefs are really struggling getting it out there. Avon creating some space and good puck movement. This first line, almost a redirect from the side. They can't get it on net there. Hall-Conard sends it. No icing is the call. Rallying. Maddie Bean can't get to it though. And Avon now has it. And there's Paige Sweeney causing some traffic and some havoc and forcing Avon to make some plays. Here comes Avon on a 2-on-3. Shot by Avon, looking for a redirect, right out in front, covered up by Friday, but the puck is loose, no whistle there, and it's sent off in the corner by War Chief defenseman. Another shot, knocked down by Kohane. She'll poke it up, tries to feed Sweeney, and almost on that one, Sweeney could have had a potential breakaway. Fiona Campbell now has it. Avon giving chase, pushes Fiona Campbell. Hall-Conard trying to send it, goes through the legs of the defenseman at the point for Avon. Now it's up into the zone. Sweeney hooked a little bit. She battles her way through, trying to cause some holdup there. And now, nice job by Marin Karan, who's able to keep it in the zone. But Avon slaps it all the way down, a little too hard. They can't grab possession on the outlet pass. And Fiona Campbell will go back and touch it up. And we'll have an icing called on Avon with 8:30 left to play in the second period.
Hall-Conard's starting to wake up. Physicality's ramping up. Just like to see a little more teamwork, a little more passing, a little cleaner passes. I didn't say more passing, just cleaner passes.
Face-off won by Hall-Conard. Piper Royer tries to send some space out there. Now it's off to the races.
Good D.
Caitlin Oliver tried to sideswipe Piper Royer, but good play by her. Avon can't get it to the net, nor can they get to the net. Hall-Conard has it just over the stick of Avery Selstad. And Hall-Conard, there's Avon, puck in the air, extra slap. Hall-Conard takes exception to that. Stick is swatted out of the Avon player's hands. And a little physicality in front of the Hall-Conard net. Shots are coming to Avery Friday, and Avon trying to charge the net with a one player to try and get a redirect in. Mia Longman taking that draw, wins it. Hall-Conard has it. Fiona Campbell sends it up to her outlet, goes past Selstad, up to the point Avon. Avon now trying to redirect, floater, and covered up by Friday. And 3 Avon Nighthawks surround Friday, but cleared out by the War Chiefs. And we'll do that face-off once again. Semi-personnel change for Coach Cohane. Campbell and Paige Fell will stay out there for the defense as Bean, Cohane, and Sweeney come out for the War Chiefs. Draw. Avon able to come up with it. Backhanded by Selena Streed. She's taken down. No call there. Cohane backhands it up. Gets it out of the zone. Tried to get it to Bean. Just out of her reach. Avon's able to read it back in. And here comes Sweeney. She's got one races. One player to the beat. It's slapped away, but she's still got possession. Great job and hustle by her. Tries to get it forward. In front of the net. Pass by Sweeney. Can't get the pass there. Cohane tries to send it up to Campbell at the point. Grabbed by Avon. And Campbell now gets by her. And a shot. Pad save by Friday. Here comes Campbell. She'll hustle back. Side swipes left. Goes right. By her own player. Looking for a shot. Goes to the inside. Shot. Goes off the side of the net. Tries to poke it through. Cohane. Glove save. Piotrowski. Great movement. Great speed. Great skating by Campbell. Able to get a shot off. Tried to get a pass off as well. And Avon's able to come up with it. She had Avon flustered there, Russ.
Yeah, good. That was a good rush with the puck right there. Good, definitely good defensive rush right there. Good opportunity. Great shot.
Hall-Conard wins it. Goes D to D with it. Goes off of Campbell's stick. She's held up a little bit. Potential 3-on-2. Great job by Piper Royer. They keep Finelli out there, but it goes through. She's able to get a backhanded shot off and gets between the legs of Friday to make it a 1-1 game. Royer did a great job to keep her to the outside, but Finelli stayed low, kept possession on her backhand of her stick, and just put it on net.
Just a great power move by Avon right there. Piper Royer was there, but it's one of those things where she just used her body to protect the puck, moved it in, slid it right in the 5-hole Friday. We're tied up. These teams match up very well together.
Avon wins the draw, slapped away. They're looking for somebody. From the goal line, centering pass, nobody there.
Maya Finelli, unassisted.
Hall-Conard will shoot it down, and we're going to have an icing call. .636 left to play, 1-1 tie. Kind of a knuckleball shot off the backhanded stick of Finelli. She had a lot of speed, but give credit to Royer for holding her up, but nice power move, like you said. Cohane, take that draw.
Well, it's one of the problems with, Campbell playing so many minutes and then Campbell rushing the puck and not going to the bench to take a break is, Campbell's now exhausted, and she got caught a little flat-footed up front, and then, you've got that rush, and Avon's got speed, and we only had one defender back there, and they had a step on us, and once Avon has a step on us, it's going to be very hard to defend against that.
And they're creating space and getting the puck to the outside and then just putting it on net. Once again, Hall-Conard can't keep the puck on their stick. Backhanded shot as Conard can't clear the zone. Not a lot of good wood from Avon, but they're able to get it on net now. Friday seeing more pucks come her way. As she pounces on it, we'll have another draw to her left. 6:01 left to play in the second. Hall-Conard wins the face-off draw, goes back to the D. Campbell over to the defenseman. Tapped up by Cohane. Good puck movement. Maddie Bean has it. Going on the outside, looking for help. It's swatted off of her stick. Cohane trying to get something, but Avon went backhanded. And now just poked away. And now Campbell's in all alone by herself, but she does a nice play to flip it up on the boards. And here comes Sweeney, has one person to beat, goes left, goes right, she's got a shot, takes the wrister, shot, wide, that was a blast. That was a nice hard shot. She wanted that one, and she saw it all the way. She's been full of energy tonight, Russ. Battle on the sideboards. Cohane has it, sends it in front, tip shot, Sweeney, save, Piotrowski. What a great save there, as that was a quick redirect. And tough to see. Here comes Avon, puts it on net, and scooped up by Friday, on the hop by, mind you, and we'll have another draw with 5:02 left to play in the second.
Really good chance by Hall-Conard down there. Really good.
Two good ones.
Two good chances, two good saves.
One by Sweeney, and then when Sweeney centered it, Longman takes the draw for Hall-Conard, wins it. Shot, and it's redirected off of a Hall-Conard stick. And Friday, who was going down, had to pop back up, takes it off the chest, and pounces on that one. Good save on her part, and good visual.
Friday with really good puck control, good rebound control, doing a really good job back there.
Longman taking the draw again. It's one. Campbell now has it, backhands it. Looking for Karan. Tries to get it up, can't get it out there. Now a battle. Longman trying to get it. Avon winning some of the board battles here tonight and able to keep it in the zone. More time. Shot. Avon sends it over to the defenseman, walks it in, can't get the shot off as Avery Selstead stepped up and closed the gap. Now she's looking for her outlet. Sends it over to Longman. Longman can't keep it out. It's down, shot up in the air. Grabbed in the air by Paige Fell, knocks it down, sent it in the corner by Selstad. Avon now picks it up, over to the point, and Avon lost control of it and just sends it in deep over to Alexis Savage. Savage loses it to Campbell. Campbell just poking away with just a tip. We have a 3-on-2 now for Hall-Conard, but poked away by Avon, stopped into the neutral zone. It's a 2-on-2. Avon can't get it through. Longman trying to tie up her man, and now a centering shot. Sent away by Karan from the Hall-Conard, and she pushes her player into the boards. Now a 2-on-1, Avon versus Karan, and Avon has it. Now putting it on net, looking for the redirect, backhanded, save, Friday, poked away by Campbell. Great defense there, and great save by Friday for the War Chiefs. Back up to the point to Avon. They'll find space and just send it deep. Not a lot of spacing here by the War Chiefs. Avon will win that battle on the boards again. Swatted away by the War Chiefs. Campbell looking to do something with it. Floats it away off the stanchion. It may have been a break a little bit as Hall-Conard gets it above the red line. And Karan able to just get it out there, but not to be corralled up by Hall-Conard. And Hall-Conard looking for a change, and Campbell will fire that down, and we'll have an icing call to get some fresh legs out there on both teams.
Yeah, Hall-Conard's got to calm down with the puck and not just they're. You watch Avon. When Avon's getting the puck's staying on the stick. They're skating with it. They're looking up. They're looking for opportunities. Hall-Conard just getting that puck on their stick and just getting rid of it, and it's not always to a Hall-Conard player.
Campbell sends it up the boards, out of Sweeney's reach. It was a little fast. Piper Royer's pulled down. Now she picked it up. Back to Royer. It's on her stick. She's trying to skate it out of the zone. Avon playing the body and able to keep Hall-Conard off possession off the puck. And you've seen a lot of body pushing by the Avon tonight.
And you can see the speed that Avon has. As soon as we get possession of the puck, Piper Royer there, great opportunity, skating with the puck. She's skating as fast as she can down that wing, and she just overtaken back by that back check from Avon. And we're not able to gain any offensive ground because of that.
In the Hall-Conard offensive zone, Cohane wins the face-off. Can't get it back, though. It's picked off. Now in the neutral zone. Sweeney looking for it. Krug tries to send it deep. Over to Sweeney. Sauce pass. Sent in by Hall-Conard. It's like Greta Krug. She sent it in deep. Avon now has it. Back up. Puck is swatted off the stick of Avon. Kohane looking to send it deep, looking for a shot. Wrister goes off a body of Avon and goes wide. Kohane tries to poke it away. Sent up to Avon, gets it over to the neutral zone. Hall-Conard tries to get it in, and Avon didn't get it over to the red line, and we'll have an icing call with 1 minute, 56 seconds left in the second period.
Really nice if we get a clean face-off win here and can create a good offensive opportunity. Hall-Conard really needs some shots on goal right now. I would say that Avon's out shooting us right now. I don't know the numbers, but it'd be interesting to see.
Here's your face-off win there, Russ. Hall-Conard wins it. Piper Rohrer sends it in deep. Now into the corner. Selsad giving chase. She pokes it away a little bit. Goes over her stick. Sent up by Avon. And it'll be an icing call again.
We'll get another chance of that. I mean, the face-off was good, the face-off win, but what we did with it after didn't work out so well, so.
There's the draw, goes off to the boards. Avon able to corral it, take possession, and he'll send it up. Goes into the neutral zone, grabbed by Paige Fell. Sent up over to Karan. Karan has it, tries to send it in deep. Long man can't handle it. She's now up there, gets by her. Potential 2-on-1 for Avon. Oh, and just missed the pass, or else it would have been a breakaway for Avon. Lucky break there for Hall-Conard. Piper Rohrer going after it. She'll corral it. Tries to get to her outlet. Nobody there for her. And Avon now has it. Piper Rohrer ties her up, center it, and we have a chaos in front of the net. Stick save by Friday, as both a Hall-Conard player and an Avon player had a fracas in front, a little social hour gathering. Avon coming in now, 3-on-3, takes the shot, pad save by Friday. Goes out the rebound, goes up to the point, over to Sophia Platt. From Avon, she'll send it down, backhanded by Piper Rohrer. Can't get it far enough. And Avon tries to stuff it home on the backhand. Selsad now just killing time over in the corner. Selsad needs some support, and Piper Rohrer finally gives her some to win it. Backhanded to the outlet, over to Karan for Hall-Conard. Marin Karan can't get it out of the zone, and she's finally able to push it out. Not until Sophia Platt for Avon has it. They try to tip it in deep, can't. Longman tried to get it. She got frustrated at the referee as her stick got caught up in the referee's skates. And the clock's going to wind down, and we're going to have an end of the second period. And with a 1-1 tie, both teams go in the locker room, and they're going to cut the ice. You see a lot of snow by the Avon bench. Russ, your takeaway on that period and so far with this game?
No, I think Avon's a little crisper on the passes and certainly outskating us a bit right now. I think Hall-Conard has a little work to do, a little soul searching in there to try to find some energy and dig deep. Like I said, you've got a really short bench. You got two lines out here, and they're already looking a little fatigued and tired right now at the end of the second. You got a whole nother period to play against a really quick Avon team. Avon really moves the puck well. The passes are pretty crisp, tape on tape. For whatever reason, they're not really able to always convert on those really good passes and that really good skating. But that's fortunate for Hall-Conard right now. Again, still anybody's game right at this point. But I would say right now I'd give the edge to Avon just in the overall effort and energy that's out in the ice I see right now. So hopefully they're going to go in there. They're going to have some applesauce or whatever it is they're going to do to get some energy back in them, and they're going to get out here and they're going to put us in a good position in the third.
Thanks, Russ. I'm Rob. I'm with Russ. We're Russ and Rob. We'll be back spitting chiclets after the second intermission. Face-off draw here on the third period. A 1-1 game. Shot Avon. Blocked by Paige Fell. Hall-Conard sends it out of the zone. Scooped up by Avon. Back at the red line. Now picked off. Almost picked off by Maddie Bean. Had a potential out there. Here comes Cohane. Forced to the outside. Circles back. Backhanded pass. Nobody there. Grabbed by Avon. Kept in by Campbell. Slapper. Wrister. Save. Piotrowski. And she'll corral it in and cover it up. As Hall-Conard starts the third period up with their rush and puts pressure on Avon right away. Mia Longman will take the draw for Hall-Conard. Backhanded, tries to get it up to the Conard defense. Over to Paige Fell, who finds space and keeps it in the zone as she was being pressured by Avon. Now, loose puck over to Longman, shoots it, shot pass, swiped away by Piotrowski. Salsad, centering pass, slot, Wrister, Longman, save, as Piotrowski had to go from center to the post and make that save.
That was a save right there. Wow.
Hall-Conard will try and do it again. Longman trying to get it back. Possessed by Avon. Longman battling against the boards again, taking on two Avon players. Good play by Marin Karan. Now Selstad going after it. Tries to center it in front. Can't get it to anybody. Avon breaking it out. Just too far away. And Fiona Campbell has it. Here comes Longman. Off against the boards. Centering shot. It's Selstad. Goes up in the air off the stick of Piotrowski. Nice pass. And nice redirect by Selstad. Now a breakaway for Streed. Too far from her. And it's poked away by Friday. Streed looking for somebody in front. Now here comes the rush. Here comes Piper Royer. She gets it away and just far enough to get it out of the zone. Avon will make the change. A couple of personnel come off the bench for Hall-Conard. And Campbell misses her own pass up to Sweeney. Sends it deep. Blocked by Avon. They'll swipe it in. Grabbed by Cohane. Has it. Goes right. Goes left. Now looking for somebody. Pauses. Goes through the legs. And now grabbed by Avon. Here they come on the rush. Nice play by Piper Royer to play the body off against Alana Paz and take possession as Fiona Campbell, looking for an outlet, goes up against the boards to Sweeney. Sweeney has it. Just too far from her. Pokes it away. She's in all alone. Potential 2-on-1. Goes in. Left. Backhanded. Shot. Sweeney goes wide. She puts her stick down. That's another opportunity she wanted to have. She wants this puck on her stick really bad. Avon now creating a rush, and they'll send it in deep. And Friday has to make a save, and that was a floater up in the air. Kind of a muffin. And comes out of the zone. Avon has to hold on to it and try and regroup. They'll go back and play it to the D. Just out of the reach. Conard. Avon takes a shot. Friday goes off the chest. Now a tough angle. Rebound. Can't see the puck. And it's stuffed in. And Friday makes a great play. And Streed for Avon continuing to poke away. And she's shoved away by a Hall-Conard war chief. The stoppage of play. Friday had to make a few stops on that one. And at one point didn't know where the puck was.
Yeah, I thought Avon had a good chance at a wraparound on that one. There was a lot of net exposed on that side.
Longman, who's been really good in this period, wins the face-off draw versus Paige Fell. Paige Fell has it, sends it, circles on the board. Marin Karan has it now for Hall-Conard. Once again, the referees get in the way. And it goes up to Campbell. Soft pass, but just gets enough. Longman, she's forced on the boards. And Longman crashes into the referee and loses her stick and loses the puck. She's tough, though. She'll get back up, giving chase, trying to poke it away. Avon, they'll try and settle it down. Goes up D to D. Bad pass, goes up wide into the neutral zone. Longmen have it, taking some strides, trying to poke it away. Just out of the reach, sauce pass. Dylan Streed has it. Selena Streed, excuse me. And sends it. And it's covered up by Friday with 11-12 left to play in the third period as both teams exchanging pressure end to end. Here's the draw. Neither team can play it. Goes behind Keenan's legs, and Avon able to swipe it behind the net. Campbell looking for some support. Sends it to the other side. Goes up to Kohane. Kohane looking to get past. Blows by her own man. Tries to loop it in. Not deep enough. Now comes Chloe Harkins. Can't get it. Piper Royer has it. Looking on her stick. Looking to make a shot. Shoots it. Can't get it to the net. Goes up in the slot. Avon has it. And Sweeney able to keep it in deep. Smart play as her defenseman was down deep in the zone. Piper Royer comes back to play the point. Now Avon has it, and they'll send it in deep. And if it gets far enough, we'll have some frosting on the cake, which will be icing.
Yeah, Conard started off the period pretty strong. Definitely in the last couple minutes. Definitely been all Avon right now. Kind of the same story the whole game. Just not clean on the passes, just turning over the puck too often.
One by Connor. They try and poke it in. Can't get there. Campbell turns, fires, shot, goes wide. Another drive by Campbell. Now comes out of the zone. Royer has it, tries to send it into the zone. Not deep enough, though. Avon back to the defense.
He's got to pressure that puck right there.
Over to the other side. Campbell keeping her player to the outside. Great job by Campbell. Keeping the outside. Avon over in the corner. All looking for it. Up at the point.
That
pass. And now Selstad able to poke away. Almost a potential rush for her, but just out of her reach. She comes off of her man. Shot. And caught in the chest by Friday as both teams, once again, exchanging shots.
Avon's just doing a really much better job of possessing the puck. You look there. Puck protection, puck possession, feet moving, skating through, and turn that as a defender, turning that into an offensive opportunity by skating through a couple of the Hall-Conard players.
Hall-Conard wins the face-off draw. Piper Royer sends it up the boards, looking for her outlet. Nobody there for Hall-Conard. Shot from the point, muffin top. It's a floater. Piper Royer goes to the other side now. Paige Sweeney battling up against the boards versus Streed and Hall. Now picked off in the pass to the slot to Avon. Grabbed by Maddie Bean. She'll send it in deep. Sweeney giving chase. She's able to block it by Kohane. Keeping it in. Here's Sweeney. Backhanded. Pass. Shot. Conard. Save. Petrosky. Another shot. And Petrosky jumps on that loose puck. A nice pass by Sweeney. And
it's
just
a nice
couldn't
pass,
get it lifted.
But unfortunately on her, it was passed to her backhand. She wasn't in the right position. It wasn't on her forehand, so she couldn't get a good stick off. That's probably a good opportunity for Sweeney to take a shot and look for someone to clean up the rebound.
Volley for the puck. Avon comes up with it, loses it. Kohane trying to go in. She's battling against the board versus two. Another thing we've seen, Russ, is the board battles. Avon's been better in numbers than the boards. Avon looking for the stretch pass, just pushes it up over to her player, and Campbell sends it in deep. Just overskated by Kohane. Could have been a good opportunity there. A lot of players coming out for Hall-Conard, almost a too many men. Great job by Kohane. Doesn't have support. Now looking for it. Tries to send it in deep on her backhand. Can't really get it in there. Longman shoots it in with her backhand. Goes behind the net. Picked up by Avon. Streed now has it. Sends it in deep, but too hard. Quickly passed to Campbell on the other side, who sends it in. Back on her backhand, but nobody there for Avon. Longman just out of her reach, trying to keep it in the zone. Battle on the boards. Once again, Hall-Conard outnumbered on the boards, and Avon comes up with it. Goes to some loose ice area, and no one's skating hard besides Ava Grant for Avon. Goes to the outside, popped up by Longman, trying to get it out of the zone. She's able to just to trickle out of the zone, and Avon able to have it, and Campbell float her up in the air and still can't get it out of the zone till finally Sweetie tries to skate up with it. And almost looking a backhanded pass for Karan. Shot by Longman, goes wide. Selstad going to regroup and grab it. Smart play by Selstad. Over to backhand it, keep it deep in the zone in the corner. Now picked up by Hall-Conard. Selstad giving chase. Back up to her point. Royer with a shot. Blast. Loose puck. No one sees it. Poke away. Referee loses sight of it. It was on the side.
Yeah, good opportunity there. That puck was still loose on the pad.
Another great opportunity, another nice wrister from the point from Piper Royer.
Need to get traffic in front of the goalie there. You know, Hall-Conard needs to get some traffic there to screen that shot.
Loose puck, shot from the point. Conard off an Avon stick, goes wide. Avon looking to dump it and get it in icing. Royer just tries to send it in, back into the neutral zone, contained by Cohane. And now a stretch pass to nobody is going to cause an icing. And now, tables turned, and they'll go back into the Avon offensive zone.
You know, uncharacteristic for Fiona Campbell, but, you know, obviously in that particular case, you know, just had some time, got to think about it, and then what's really not happening right now, we need to see the Hall-Conard players moving laterally across the ice, east-west across the ice, creating opportunities, creating passing lanes, so that the defenders, as they have the puck, have some opportunities. It's a perfect example right now. We need to be moving. The other guys across the ice right now need to be moving for Hall-Conard.
Avon with a shot, looking for a redirect from the point. Never gets a redirect, goes off the point. Back to the point again for Avon. Down low, playing high to low, back up high, crossover, little wrister, looking for a redirect. Kicked away by Friday. Here comes Hall-Conard, trying to pass it. And they can't take a step and can't connect. Avon looking for somebody. Cohane trying to push it out. Can't get it out there. Another redirect. Save. Friday. A nice centering pass by Avon.
What a
and
save.
That redirect almost couldn't find it and just
save.
got it to the left of her as she was moving right to cover the man in the slot.
Friday is solid back there. She is seeing that puck. That is a tough puck to save. As a tip puck right up into her chest.
And she was going to her right.
And she corralled that. No rebound. Great job.
Royer, Hall-Conard has it, sends it over to the outlet on the other side to tilt the other side of the ice. Hall-Conard trying to get possession, fell, trying to push it up the long men, comes off of her stick, blocked by Piper Royer on defense. She gets it off to the outside. She has it again, now goes behind the cage with it. Cohane, backed up, Selstad, go to Royer, goes up on the rim. Selstad trying to get it out there, now picked up. Here comes Avery Selstad, comes up. Avon player beats her though, and she got the Malachi crunch, Selstad did, but she comes up with it, and Avon has it. Avon, they're making a change, and the shot, gloved, can of corn shot, and Friday will have it, and there'll be a save to her right with 5:49 left to play in the third. Hall-Conard wins a face-off draw, backhanded some space behind the cage. Royer's trying to go to it. Avon looking for somebody. They go up high. Wrister, Avon, trickles down and covered up by Friday. She made that save to the side.
All this offensive time by Avon, and they're just really not peppering us with shots like I'd expect them to be.
Avon trying for a redirect there as Chloe Harkins tries to send it in. Here comes Connor now. Maddie Bean forced to the outside, tries to slap it in, goes off an Avon stick. It'll go out of play.
So the thing about that play there, that's fine. Maddie Bean's going in. She's trying to dump the puck in deep. The problem is that the rest of the Hall-Conard players are still skating in the neutral zone. They need to be skating hard to that backboard there to get that puck back, get possession of that puck back if we're going to play dump and chase.
Avon take control. They go D to D, circle back the outlet. Now back the outlet, and they'll chip it in deep. Campbell being chased by Finelli. Finelli's got the speed, remember. Here comes Campbell with three players and assistants. Avon on a change. And slow movement by Hall-Conard. Here comes, they got him on a change. Here comes Cohane with it now. Passed up, goes left, goes right, tries to go in deeper. Shot, goes in. Left, right. Faked out Piotrowski, and Cohane makes it a 2-1 game.
Yeah, that was an attempted pass, and I think it went off Avon's stick up and over the goalie's shoulder. Sometimes, Rob, like I said in the last boys game, sometimes it's better to be lucky than playing good.
Goal's a
And,
goal.
Yes, goal's a goal, and it is now 2-1 Hall-Conard in this fairly big game. Late in the third.
Longman taking the draw. She's been on fire tonight. Avon comes up with a stop puck.
Goal scored by number 2.
Here comes Selena Strayed.
Cohane.
Has to let her players get back on sides.
44, Fiona Campbell.
And Fiona Campbell credited with the assist to Tegan Cohane. That's Cohane's second of the night. Avon has to go back and touch up from the offsides. Piper Royer sends it up to Longman. Potential 2-on-2. Longman has it and will have an offsides as she just held on to it. Why Marin Karan crossed the blue line before the puck did. Longman taking the draw. Avon wins it. Over to the wing. Back to defense. Stretch pass up to the outlet. 2-on-2. Avon. Campbell forcing her player to the outside. Gives a poke. They center it in the high slot. Nobody there for Avon. Now picked up at the top by defense. Avon takes a shot. Never makes it to the net. They're looking for that redirect every time from the points. Now Avon goes a little toe drag. Nice play. Avery Selstad has it now for Conard. Nice pass by Selstad.
Best pass all night there.
Over
Beauty
to Karan.
of a
Karan has
breakout.
it. Goes to the outside all the way to the right. Off of her stick. Swatted over. She's still giving hot pursuit there. And now grabbed. Forcing and off her stick. Karan couldn't see it. Off her skates. Poked away by Tegan Cohane. Forces an extra pass from Avon. Avon making yet another change. Trying to keep those legs fresh for the end of the game. It is tight. Now up to Cohane. Has it, sends a pass out there, off an Avon stick. Maddie Bean trying to forecheck, has it, can't get it in the zone. Cohane now giving support now. Cohane pinching against the boards. And Bean has it, sends it back to the defenseman.
There you
Defenseman
go,
sends it
good
up.
play.
Cohane has it, now has it, shoots it on net.
Get on there,
And
pressure,
Petrosky,
pressure.
And it's loose puck, and they go after it. And now a little physicality with Bean and Avon. As there's an extra poke on the goalie, but the puck was loose. Madison Hall protecting her goalie to Maddie Bean. 2:59 left to play. A 2-1 game. Hall-Conard. Cohane looking to get it back, win that draw. She tried to send it back. It's on the dot. It's played with on the dot. Grabbed by Conard. Here comes Sweeney from the fakes. She's held up, taken down.
Oh! Come on, there's got to be a call there.
That's the second time Sweeney's been pulled down. Second mugging of the night for Sweeney.
Maybe his shoulder hurts and he doesn't want to put his arm up. I don't know, Rob.
But Sweeney made some nice moves as she circled and some good stick puck handling movement. Cohane forces it deep, picked up by Avon. Now looking for an outlet. Stretch pass over to the other side. No one covering there for Hall-Conard, but Avon will circle back. Over to Madison Hall. Sends it over. Forced to the outside by Cohane. And Campbell now has it for Conard. Avon making a change. Couple players coming off. And she'll fire it in deep on net.
That's good play.
And Petrosky has it.
Great
Sends
play.
it off her
So
to the
smart
side.
there.
Sends it deep. Nice play by Campbell. So her players can
Forecheck that. There you go.
get a change. Nice forecheck there by Karan. Karan has it. Can't get it to anybody. Good speed by Marin Karan. She's forcing it. Good hustle there. Pushing it back. Now forcing the forecheck. Here comes Selstad. Forcing a pass to the outside. And Avon can't get that pass out there as Alana Paz couldn't. Selstad in on alone. Looking to take a shot.
That's
Makes
all
to
right.
the net. Nice shot by Selstad to shoot it between the legs. Petrosky had to save that with her pad. And now
Maybe
Longman
it's some
giving
adrenaline,
battle.
Rob, but
Her
Conard's
stick is
finding
held
their-
a little bit.
Conard's finding some legs now.
Puck is behind the cage. Avon shoots it up,
Nice.
and it'll be an icing call, which is a little tough with 1:34 left. Russ, you would think Avon might take a timeout here and talk to their goalie, but icing it doesn't really help them.
Not at this point, Rob, but, little late in the game, but, Hall-Conard, maybe it's some adrenaline, whatever, seeing a potential win here, is got their legs and skating hard and forechecking and back-checking.
Avon, when the face-off win, was behind the goal line. 3 Avon players behind the goal line. Here comes Madison Hall. Has it, skating up with it. She's trying to lead the rush. Here she comes. Let's see if she drops it.
I have no idea
goes to the
why
outside.
Avon is not pulling their goalie right
Avon
now.
not pulling the goalie. Goes out to the shot. Never makes it. Another shot goes wide. Hall trying to stuff it home. Forced to the outside.
I have
Still
no
waiting
idea
for
why
the
Avon
Avon
just
goal.
didn't pull their goalie there. I don't understand.
1 minute left to play in the game.
They had Enzo. They're still not pulling her.
And Avon making personnel changes. Possessed by Hall-Conard. And she'll send it in deep. And Petrosky has to make the save. And she'll cover it up instead of swatting it to the side. And it takes off about 13 seconds.
I'd say that's a huge bench error by Avon. You gotta pull the goalie. You had a minute, 30 seconds left. You're down by 1. CCC semifinal game. You got to pull the goalie there. Now they're down to 47 seconds and they have an in-zone face-off.
Longman's been very good on the face-off draws, but it's won by Avon. Maya Gauthier takes that for Avon. Now Chloe Harkins trying to get it out of there. Longman trying to force it through.
Tighten
it's
it
behind
up
the
in the
cage.
corner. Hold it in the
Longman
corner. Possess,
trying to go up
possess,
top.
possess.
Campbell has it. Backhands it. Good
Possess.
passing. Killing time. Back to Longman. Picked off by Avon. Avon going behind the net. Nice forecheck by Avery Selstad. And is able to keep it in.
Just take it.
Good job by Selstad. Avon goalie still in net. 15 seconds left. Campbell giving chase for Hall-Conard. Has it. Killing the time. Trying to shoot it up. Now pinching it on the boards. Battling. Rebattling.
And
Kicking
we're
it
gonna get
up.
a victory here.
Shafting. Hall-Conard will
Huge.
come away victorious with a 2-1 win as Campbell and Selstad stopped the puck and blocked it on the boards. And Hall-Conard will go to the CCC final game.
Well, great for Hall-Conard. I think Avon was the better team on the ice tonight. Unfortunately, at the end there, I think that was a little bit of a coaching error there where they didn't pull the goalie at the last minute there to give Avon at least an offensive chance to come back on that. But congratulations, Hall-Conard, going to the CCC finals, I think for the second year in a row.
Well, 2-1, that's a great job. Kind of a sloppy game, not as exciting as the one we saw last time, but I'm sure a lot of pressure now with the CCC finals on the line. And the congratulatory handshakes are out there. Some of these girls played together. Another great performance by seniors Tegan Cohane and Fiona Campbell, and give credit to Avy Friday in net.
Absolute incredible display by Avery Friday in net. Great work.
Mia Longman had a great game,
yep.
and Paige Sweeney.
You know what? They played a great game, and let's go. Congratulations, girls. Good luck in the finals. Hopefully we can come home with another banner for to hang in the rink here.
Yep. I'm Rob, and with Russ, and thanks for tuning in. We are Russ and Rob, and we'll be spitting chiclets. Join us in half an hour where the boys, Conard boys, take on Rocky Hill, Plainville. Thank you, and have a good night.